All right, hello kids. So we are going to be investigating the Earth and the Sun's relationship and how we experience daylight and nighttime. So if you look over here, we have this light, this lamp, which is going to represent or represent our sun. And for the Earth, my head is going to serve as the Earth, and my eyes are going to basically represent a human on Earth that is experiencing daylight and nighttime. So, my first question I'm going to ask you is, where would I have to position my body in order for my eyes, remember my eyes are the person on Earth, where would I have to position my body for the eyes or the person on Earth to be experiencing daylight? Alright, so in order to be facing daylight, right, I'm looking at the sun because the lamp is the sun. So my eyes are seeing all of the light. So we know that we go through daylight and we have nighttime. So what would I have to do in order to get, for my eyes to experience night? Right, so I have to have my body be facing away from the sun because none of the light is getting to my eyes. I do not see any light, so that is nighttime. But here's my question. What does the Earth, remember my head is the Earth, what does the Earth have to do in order so it experiences a full rotation of daylight and nighttime? The Earth has to rotate. And so my question is, what is rotation? I'm modeling what it is, but do you know what it means for something to rotate? The rotation is basically when an object spins around. So we are a person on Earth, right? My eyes are experiencing a full day when we start at nighttime and the Earth slowly rotates and goes through a full cycle. And right now it's daylight, it's sun time, and we're going all the way around. So we know that daylight or noon is when I'm totally, completely facing the Earth, and we know that midnight is when it's completely dark and my eyes are facing away. But what would I have to do? Where would I have to position my body for my eyes to experience sunrise? Right? What is sunrise? Well, sunrise is the transition from complete darkness to light. So where would I have to position my body? My eyes would have to be facing somewhere in the middle between the light and the darkness, because as I go from night, complete darkness, all the way to sunrise, I'm in the middle of darkness and light. So now we know where sunrise is. Now let's think about sunset. What would I have to do with my body to experience sunset? Well, if we know that sunset is the time between complete sunlight and between light and darkness, so as the Earth rotates, remember my head is the Earth, as my head rotates around, I'm slowly transitioning into sunset because I'm going from light back to seeing the dark. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring our lovely globe. And I want to show you that if you can see this pink sticker, right, this is us on Earth. Hello! Right, this is you on Earth. So, as we know, I'm going to model the Earth rotating. As you can see, the Earth rotates around. It spins on its axis. So that you right now, there we are in beautiful Los Angeles. So right now this is daylight. As we rotate around, as the Earth rotates, we go from experience daylight to darkness. As our pink slip moves away, now we're in darkness. We are on the complete opposite side. We're in midnight and we're slowly coming to sunrise. But now I didn't spin, I might or may not have spun or rotated the Earth the correct way, because I want to ask you, my next challenge is, what way does the Earth rotate? Does it rotate from left to right, right? From left to right? Or does it rotate from right to left? Okay, so I'm going to ask my camera wife to come over here. I'm going to have her film from the top. All right, so we're gonna try this again. So if you can see, right here we are. Does the Earth rotate from left to right as I'm spinning it to the left, and it's gonna rotate all the way around to the right? Or does the Earth rotate from right to left? As I rotate it, spinning, rotating from right to left. Now, if she can pan to my face, here's a clue. We know that in the parts of the United States, there are time zones. And we know that people living on the East Coast, for example, in New York, are 3 hours ahead of us, which means that they experience the sunrise before we do. So there's your clue. The people on the East Coast experience the sunrise before us. So we are still in nighttime. It's still nighttime on the West Coast. But while it's nighttime on the West Coast, it is starting to become sunrise and turning into morning on the East Coast. So when we look at our globe, which way does this have to be? So we know right now here's sunlight, but we are going to be in darkness. Now, which zone? So if this is the East Coast and this is the West Coast, which zone experiences sunrise first? We know that it's the East Coast, but which way do I have to spin the globe or rotate the globe in order for the East Coast to experience sunrise first? So now I'm going to spin it from left to right. Okay, left to right. Okay. Now I'm going to spin it from right to left. Are we experiencing sunrise first in this rotation, or is the East Coast getting sunlight first? Okay, one more time from the top. All right, who is experiencing daylight first? Right, remember here we are on the West Coast, and we have New York over here. Yeah, the New Yorkers. Here we go. This is left to right. And now we're going to go right to left. Who gets sunrise first? All right, so this is our investigation. This was just a little model. We're going to talk about this and discuss this in class. Thank you for paying attention, and stay tuned.